The Redwood Forest is a wonderful place, full of wildlife species so rare that few people even believe in them. It gives the entire region a magical air. But it's not just the animals. There are legends of ancient order that has protected the area for centuries. They say that the Order's members are mystical, half-human, half-owl creatures. Who's there?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for choosing us for your bus trip to Redwood National Park. Please sit back, relax, and we'll be there in no time.
Redwood National Park. It was my favorite place on Earth, but I haven't been back in 20 years. My parents brought me here every summer, and I loved it every time. We spent a lot of time there visiting Great Aunt Tina. She would take me for walks and tell me legends about the forest. At some point, my parents had a fight with my great aunt, and we stopped going to Redwood Park. But my days there inspired me to become a famous botanist. Now I've been invited there to study an unusual natural anomaly.
Good afternoon, Amanda. I hope you're on your way here by now. I briefly described the anomaly in my letter, but I'll give you the details at the meeting. I'll wait for you at the trailer park where the bus stops. In the meantime, I'm sending you some additional photos of the phenomenon for you to study.
I'm going to the park to join the activists trying to stop the logging.
I'm telling you, the anomalies are because of what people have done to the environment.
The road may be a bit icy up ahead, so we could arrive a little later than scheduled. Why don't you watch the Redwood National Park video while you wait? It's a fun way to kill some time.
Thank you for visiting Redwood National Park. It's easy to see why it's known as one of the most picturesque areas of California. But how well do you know the park's flora and fauna? Let's take a little tour together to find out. Some pork. Despite not all black bears are black. They can be brown or even blonde. They are typically not aggressive. But if you see one, keep your distance. These big squirrels are perhaps the most common animal in the park. They are used to people and may even approach you. the symbol of the United States. Of course, bald eagles aren't really bald. The name comes from an older definition of the word, meaning white-headed. The mule deer is named for its large ears, which are similar to a mule's. There are lots of them in the park, so they're hard to miss. While most parts of a water lily are poisonous, the roots are so full of starch that they can be made into flour. These creatures are cute, but they will go through your bags in search of food, so don't leave your things unattended. Only male mallards have a distinctive shiny green head. Females have a more subtle brown color.
Sorry about that stop, folks. Is everyone okay? Good. Just sit tight. I'm going to look for a detour.
We need to see if anyone needs help.
Thanks for asking, honey. I hit the back of my seat a bit hard, but I'll be okay. I just need a minute to recover. My cat escaped from his carrier in the excitement, and I don't know where he's gone. Could you help me? My cat is a little shy, but he loves toys. Check my things. I should have something that can calm him down. Please help me find my cat, dear.
This is just one tree, but that weasel has destroyed hundreds more. This is just one tree.
Please help me find my cat, dear. There you are, Fluffy. Thank you so much. We're going to the park to join the protest and draw public attention to the illegal logging that plagues the redwoods. I'm sure Clifford Mallor, the park director, is covering up illegal logging. There are massive clearings throughout the forest, but we haven't been able to prove his involvement yet. Mallor is hiding evidence, but I hope we'll be able to find something. Are you going to the park on vacation? Take this. If you see an animal, it might help you make a new friend.
I guess the problem took care of itself. We'll get moving again in a moment. We're not far now.
Welcome, Amanda. I'm excited to work with a talented young scientist like yourself. Your experience and insight will surely help us to solve the mystery of these anomalies. I have the first laboratory test results, and I can't wait to show them to you. They're shocking. I've never seen anything like it in my entire career. But before I start, I must tell you something important. A close friend of mine wanted to get this in your hands as soon as possible. What do you want from me?
Dr. Finch has been kidnapped! I need to call the police. My phone is dead. Gray? Is that you? How is this possible? It's been 20 years. I'm so glad I get to see you. Tina and Gray had a special connection. He was a loyal companion and rarely left his mistress alone. One day, Great Aunt Tina got bad news. People were disappearing in the park. She was alarmed and left quickly, leaving Gray at home. Her faithful dog waited obediently. For a while. But as time passed, it seemed that Tina might be in trouble, so Gray went looking for her.
This is Sheriff Taylor. What's the trouble? Now Dr. Finch is missing? The situation is getting worse every day. I'm sorry, but I'm guarding the protesters and I don't have anyone else to send at the moment. I'm at the park's entrance. Come find me as soon as you can and we can discuss the details.
What is it, boy? Do you smell something? Someone is behind the wardrobe! Dr. Finch? We need...
This autumn started this... looked exact glasses to make sure of what I saw, but it was still there. Strangely, the sun was warm, but the bush was covered in frost. I used my tweezers to take samples back to my laboratory to study. I couldn't believe what I saw under the microscope. It seemed impossible. It was as unnatural as a cold flame. Soon, more of these plants began to appear. I needed help getting to the root of this phenomenon. Before too long, people wearing owl masks began to appear. They call themselves the children of the forest, but I know better. I know the real children of the forest.
You don't know how grateful I am. I thought I'd be trapped in there forever. My name is Liz. I'm an activist. Clifford Mallor has done irreparable damage to the forest, but we can't prove it, so that snake just keeps getting away with it. Dr. Finch is working for him, so I thought I might find some evidence here. If you're going to the park gate, you should talk to our guys there and learn more about the situation. This map will help you get there. I have to go, but thanks again for your help.
Ah, you must be Amanda, Tina's grandniece. I haven't seen her in a long time. I hope she's all right. Anyway, you said someone kidnapped Dr. Finch? He is a good friend of your aunt's. I've tried to keep an eye on things here. Don't get me wrong, their hearts are in the right place, but people keep vanishing while I'm stuck here. Can't start looking for the doctor while the protest is going on. Help me figure out how to break it up without hurting anyone. Maybe there's something in the car. You check the trunk while I look in the front.
If Mallor wants to cut down this tree...
This cute creature remembers meeting an amazing woman named Tina. She always took care of the animals and promised to keep them safe. But one day, Tina disappeared, and trouble arrived. The park was filled with aggressive people who drove the animals away and destroyed their homes. The animals had to run deeper into the forest, away from the humans. Only the skunks stayed behind, hoping to find Tina, the one human he trusted to save their home.
If Mallor wants to cut down this tree, he'll have to go through me.
We need to help this poor guy.
Help! I had a knife to cut myself free, but I dropped it in the chaos. Thanks. I can't believe my friends left me here. What if a grizzly came? Or a coyote? Or even an angry possum? Okay, I'm calm. Hey, I know you. You were in the newspaper. You're here about those weird plants, right? We believe that it's all somehow a result of the park director violating nature here. If someone is willing to cut down a nature reserve, who knows what other damage they're capable of. I guess the protest is over for today. Maybe you can talk to Mallor and convince him to stop the logging. I found this key earlier today, but I'm not sure what it goes to. But the director's office isn't far from the gate, so it might be worth checking.
Great job. The protest is over for now, but more importantly, no one was injured. Now, let's get back to looking for Dr. Finch. The doctor worked closely with Clifford Mallor. If anyone knows where he is, it's him. Unfortunately, he's holed up in his office. I think he's afraid to face the activists. Take the key to the park gate. There's a second one, but I lost it somewhere. I'm going to the station to start organizing a search for the doctor. In the meantime, see what you can find out from the director.
I do not know how you got in here, but you'll leave me alone if you have any sense. I'm not talking to any protesters. Well, if you're not a protester, then prove it.
The director is clearly on edge. I shouldn't mess with him. Even more of those strange plants. I wish I could get a closer look at them.
For centuries, the magical creatures of these forests lived in peace and harmony, hidden from the rest of the world. Everything changed when people arrived. They brought tools and began to clear the forest, leaving the animals without shelter and protection. But not everyone was indifferent to nature's plight. Some vowed to protect the redwood forest and its wildlife. That is how the Order of Children of the Forest was formed.
Oh. So you're the scientist who was supposed to investigate the strange plants. If you'd arrived sooner, you could have avoided all this hassle. Those activists accuse me of everything, including these anomalies. But I don't know anything about them. If you find the truth, you could clear my name. Dr. Finch was investigating an area not far from here. You can take the train, but it needs fuses. Here's one of them. I'm not sure where the workers put the other one, but it must be close by.
Like the other magical animals of the Redwoods, the winged deer felt safe under the protection of Tina, her order, the children of the forest. Well, until recently. When the loggers arrived, the deer led the other animals to a safe, secluded part of the forest, the secret grove of the children of the forest. But when he arrived, instead of majestic redwoods, he saw only stumps and machines. The animals had to look for a new home.
We're almost finished here, boss. We can move on once the guys clean up any trace that we were here. Who is that? Get out of here while you still can!
Oh my... That's horrible. They were turned into trees. I need to call the sheriff.
Sheriff Taylor, what can I do for you? Oh, Amanda, have you found anything? What do you mean, turned into trees? Stay where you are. I'll track your signal and come to you. Don't go anywhere.
Gray, wait a minute! Where are you going? Hey, who are you? What are you doing? Let me go! Where are you taking me?
Hello, Amanda.
Great Aunt Tina?
Hello, Amanda. Welcome to our village. It's wonderful to see you after so many years. Sorry for all the added security measures, but they became necessary after poachers attacked our village. They stole some of the rare magical animals that we take care of. We must find them. My magic falcon could help us track down the attackers, but it's been hiding since the attack. Could you help me find my falcon glove? He always comes back to me when I use it. Please, help me find my falcon glove. Please, help.
The attack came out of nowhere.
Thank you, my dear. Unfortunately, as you can see, the Order has some enemies. That's why I haven't told anyone about your gift until now. It was for your own safety. This may come as a shock, but you're one of us, one of the children of the forest. Even as a little girl, you could hear the thoughts of animals. Please, help me track down the poachers. You're the only one who can read my falcon's thoughts. But be careful. He can be a bit temperamental. Oh, he's too anxious. I'm sure something tastes.
Wow, that was quite the flight. Animals have always found sanctuary in the Order's village. The people gathered here are ones that even the most cautious animals can trust. But Aunt Tina's falcon witnessed the peace of the village turned upside down. Poachers who had been cutting down trees attacked the village. Their goal was to steal rare, magical animals. The Order members couldn't hold back the armed thieves, and they disappeared deep into the forest. The falcon managed to avoid being captured, and for a long time, it circled high above the forest. But as soon as he reached the edge of the forest, he saw something horrifying. Poachers had set up camps to catch and take animals away to an unknown location.
Did you see where they went? We need to hurry after them before it's too late.
The Order has always protected forest creatures from poachers, but it's gotten harder every time we have to fight them.
Hurry. We have to help the animals. I'll fix the cable, and you try to start the van. It looks like bolts can open the locks on the back of the van. We need to find them fast. Thank you, Amanda. Director Mallor is spreading rumors that the children of the forest are behind the kidnappings, but we would never harm anyone. I need to take the animals home. You talk to our orders elder, the keeper. He'll help us find evidence to prove we're innocent. Go down the road to the village where the keeper lives. It's not far from my house. You'll recognize his door by the owl on it.
Here's... The time in these photos is the same as when the people went missing from the park. That gives the members of the Order an alibi. That must be the sheriff. I can show him these photos as proof of the Order's innocence.
Amanda, since Mallor has accused the children of the forest of kidnapping and provided evidence that you're connected to them, I need to bring you into the police station for questioning. What, have you found evidence to prove Mallor's lying? If you have any evidence, now's the time to show me. Interesting. These photos contradict Mallor's testimony. Unfortunately, since you were the only person to present at both crime scenes, I can't let you go. I've got to...
Let her go. I want to confess. I was the one who attacked Dr. Finch and everyone else. Arrest me, and I'll tell you where I've been keeping the people I kidnapped.
Well, Tina, in that case, I'll have to detain you until we verify everything. Amanda, you're prohibited from leaving the Redwood grounds pending the investigation.
Of course. Amanda, now you're the only one who can find the real criminals. Find the keeper. We planned to meet him at his house, so he should be nearby.
Aunt Tina confessed to a crime she didn't commit so that I could continue my investigation. I can't let her down.
Thank you for saving me. Someone broke into my house and locked me in here. They were wearing order suits, but I've never seen any of them before. What? Tina was arrested? Ah, you must be her grandniece, the biologist. We must find a way to free her. Watch out! Use your amulet to protect yourself. Your amulet is one of the artifact's 3 parts. It was able to protect you this time, but there's another one hidden in the forest. Those imposters pretending they're members of our order are hunting them down. An artifact part is helping them turn people into plants. If all the plants are combined, there's no telling how powerful the artifact will be. I need to hurry to get to the cache first. But first, I'll help you free Tina. I'll find a spare key to her house and explain what to do next. In the meantime, you should learn more about the artifact's history. We have microphones throughout the forest that we use to help anyone who is in trouble or lost. Tina decided to use them to eavesdrop on the poachers and find out who they're working for. There's a device at her house you can use to view these recordings and find the real criminals. Then you can show them off to the sheriff and free Tina. Here's the spare key for her house. I'm going to get the last part of the artifact. Then I'll try to find you and Tina. Remember, we need to be especially vigilant. Those imposters could still be lurking somewhere nearby.
this place. It always feels like something's watching us from the forest. Well, we've got nothing to worry about. Director Mallor himself told us to take these animals. We're untouchable.
Be quiet, you two. Load the last ones and come to my office to get paid.
Mallor's the one who hired the poachers. I need to call the sheriff right away. But this phone's dead. I think I saw Aunt Tina's charger on the table.
What? You found evidence that Director Mallor is behind what the poachers are doing? That would explain a lot, but I have to double-check everything before letting Tina go. Meet me at Mallor's office in the main square. A monorail runs from the village to there.
Oh no, a hedgehog got stuck on the tracks. I need to help it before I keep going. I've seen these plants before. There could be innocent people there, and my amulet already protected me once. I don't have time to wait for the sheriff.
So, Mallor's also been kidnapping animals? That explains why he tried so hard to frame the children of the forest. I have to find a way to get into his office to interrogate him.
In the depths of Redwood Park, there were amazing places no human had ever set foot in. Thanks to the Order of the Children of the Forest's efforts, all the forest dwellers learned to coexist here, in peace and harmony. But that peace was destroyed when poachers appeared and began hunting animals. They were determined to find rare, magical creatures. Most of the animals couldn't fight back against these uninvited strangers. But this coyote was ready to do whatever it took to protect his children from the kidnappers. But when the goal was close, and the coyote was ready to fight the poachers, it turned out that there are things much more dangerous in the forest than those trying to abduct defenseless animals.
So that's what you meant when you said they turned into trees. We need to find something to defrost the office door. Mallor could still be in there. Is this Director Mallor? I've seen a lot of things in my career, but we need to figure out who's turning people into plants. I'll collect evidence linking Mallor to the animal abduction. You try finding an authorization card and look at the recordings from the local surveillance cameras.
Liz, the activist I met in Dr. Finch's van. She's the one who attacked us in the Keeper's house and turned people into trees.
I know her. It's Liz. She used to work as a guide in the park, but she quit because she disagreed with Mallor. I don't understand how or why she's doing this to people, but at least now I know who's responsible. She still lives in Tree Hill City. I'll take you there, and on the way, I'll order them to release Tina and put Liz on our most wanted list. Someone damaged the car. I'll fix the engine. Will you try to patch the tire? I saw glue in Mallor's office near the broken aquarium.
Sheriff, the suspect was spotted in the Elm Street area, but we've lost contact. The patrol car isn't responding.
I'm heading over there, and I'll pick up Tina on the way. Here's Liz's house. Maybe you can find some clues there. Contact me if you figure out her next move.
This little forest dweller was a favorite of the children of Tree Hill, and often came to play with them. Sometimes, they even gave him treats. Unfortunately, the streets of Tree Hill looked empty that day, and the air was unusually cold for that time of year. Liz, a woman the bear cub remembered well, was walking down the street. She'd always been kind and given him treats. She'd even clean up garbage while walking in the woods. But this time she was surrounded by ominous smoke, and as soon as she looked at other people, they turned into motionless plants. The city was in a panic, and people hurried to hide from Liz's anger. The bear cub tried to find a place to hide. But as soon as he reached somewhere secluded, he slipped and fell into a mountain of garbage, the kind Liz had struggled with so much. To turn everyone on the planet into plants. I have to find out where she went. Maybe there's a clue in her diary.
Amanda, I'm okay. Sheriff Taylor told me everything. Were you able to figure out her plans?
Of course, I know that place. It's Hyperion, the tallest tree on the planet. We can get there in no time.
I hope we're not too late. The artifact's power increases with each piece that's collected. There's no telling how much damage it could do. Oh, no. She's gotten to the Keeper.
I understand you don't want to admit the obvious, but pollution across the world is out of control. Our entire ecosystem is under threat. There's only one way to stop this madness and save the natural world.
Amanda, this is our last chance. You have to take the artifact from her.
You can't stop me. I'll take your amulet and finish what I started. The world will slumber and wake up cleansed.
Those who were transformed returned to normal and went back to their everyday lives. And tourists appeared in Redwood again to admire its beauty. The perpetrators were punished, and the park once again became a haven for all its inhabitants. The new administration, headed by Dr. Amanda Jones, closely monitored human activity in the park to ensure it didn't harm the environment. Who knows what other secrets this forest might hold, and whether some of them are better left a mystery.